And bam, bam, bam. We are back with the Fumblebrewski. My brother Spencer. I am
Yes, we are
struggling to open
live.
this little Stella. But how are you, brother?
Cheers.
Cheers to you.
We are live. We are here. We're living life. We've
We're in
got
our
some
prime.
football to talk about. We're having fun. You know, we got a little warmed up before this. Talked a little World Cup action. Ah,
Football before the football talk.
football before the football. Exactly. Yeah, and how I was a dum dum and scheduled something right on top of the World Cup game. We'll see. We'll see what happens. But I'll be watching either way. Big game. Any shot? What are the odds? Any shot?
Well, yeah, USA versus Netherlands tomorrow at 10 a.m. We'll start
10
off with a
a.m.
little football talk before we get into some football. 100%, man. I think there's a okay, so Netherlands is not as good as England. Obviously, England is, I think, they're ranked 4th or 5th in the world. Okay, so the fact that the U.S. held their own battle for battle with England is always nice to see. Then we took care of business against Iran, and we seem to be coming more together as a team, man. Like between Pulisic and Timothy Way, like I still don't like Weston McKennie, and the kid can't really shoot, bro. But these U.S. players, we got to remember it's the second youngest team in the tournament, man, and they're starting to come together, bro. And that's massive. Get them the experience against Netherlands, a team who doesn't seem to be as unified, who seems to be struggling to find their identity. They do have talent for sure, but they're not really utilizing it as expected. So
Okay.
in the
Question.
knockout stages, bro, all you need is 1 or 2 shots, bro. You just need some hope. And we've had some pretty good goalkeeping so far as well, man. So it's
Yeah. Arsenal's backup. Turner.
hurrah,
Yeah.
baby.
Go Arsenal.
No shot, 20%. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm like Michael Godowski. Like, I don't think it's a crazy chance, but like, I'll give us a 1 in 5 shot to win tomorrow. That's good enough odds for me.
It could happen.
Ride USA, baby.
Hey, this has been a pretty crazy World Cup too. It's definitely possible. You know what? Okay, you can tell me if I'm wrong here, but something that's kind of annoyed me. You know, I'm all for the U.S. team and winning, but see, and I love Christian Pulisic, right? But I think it's a little too soon. He's scoring as the Captain America, Captain America. I'm like, that's the first goal he scored in the World Cup, like ever. You know what I mean? It's a group stage game. I know they have to. But it's a little early to be calling somebody Captain America.
Dude, you need the ego, bro. In soccer, you need that guy who the team's gonna rally around and say, "That's my superstar." And the U.S. has been lacking that. Like Pulisic, yeah, he plays in Europe, bro, but he's not a starter. You know what I'm saying? Like it's we've got a bunch of guys, like you just said it. Our goalie's literally a backup in Arsenal. Like it's the situation where you need to get these guys' ego, their confidence up, so they're ready and locked in to beat anyone, to play on the world's biggest stage, to know this is a moment that is fleeting, that comes once every 4 freaking years, And if Pulisic needs a little bit of ego stroking to get to that point, you let him ride with it, man. Like I'm okay with that. Like I'll let him, if he needs a little bit of a stroking, bro, you do it for him, coach. You give it to him and you get this man focused and lasered in to beat the Dutch,
I'm okay with it because like I know they have to do it. So I'm not like
we don't have that star, you know what I'm saying? And if it's gonna be Pulisic, let him do it,
in my head and in my heart of hearts, I know that like I don't know. I don't think one World Cup goal in the group stage gets you the nickname Captain America.
Of course, bro. He doesn't even start at Chelsea. You know what I'm saying? Like he sporadically does, but like
he's good. But I hope he does live up to that nickname.
I want to see more Gio Reyna.
I just think it needs a little bit more behind it, a little more validation behind it. Not to say he can't do it.
Brother,
hopefully he has another moment tomorrow morning.
World Cups are where legends and heroes are born
totally
and
right.
made, bro. You talk about forged in fire, bro. This is being forged in freaking magma, man. Like,
no, you're totally right.
It's like James Rodriguez a couple years back for Colombia. Like he used this moment to catapult onto Real Madrid. You know what I'm saying? Like Keylor Navas, the Costa Rica goalie, same thing for Madrid as well. Like these are the moments. This is literally the world's biggest stage where if you ball, you can go to the next level. And Pulisic is at that star level. If he goes tomorrow and let's say he scores a goal or two, bro, or 2 points, goal and assist, and we win 2-0, and that's Christian Pulisic putting on the back,
Yes.
that's Captain America, bro.
There
You know what
you
I'm saying?
go.
And
You see?
that's where you let the egos start riding. And then you go, oh
Yes,
snap, this is a kid with
but I
2
think he
goals,
needs
2
that.
assists in the tourney, and like he starts to build that momentum. Pulisic could actually lead you to thrive that way, bro. Like,
He could, but see, that's what I'm saying. That's what I think he needs. I think I need to
and
see
not just
one
he needs,
more of
bro. I
that.
think the US needs that. You know what I'm saying? You
They
need
do,
that. Like,
absolutely. I mean, now they
look,
really do because now it's win or go home.
in football, it's the quarterback. You know what I'm saying? In football, quarterback is the guy who rallies the team. That's your superstar. For defense, maybe it's like a star pass rusher or a great guy in the secondary. In soccer, it can be anyone. You know what I'm saying? And if it's going to be an attacking midfielder like Pulisic, bro, like a guy who's not a true 9, but someone who can get after the goal but also affect the passing game, that's beautiful for the US. We haven't had that kind of caliber of player, and that'll be nice to see. Like, that's what you need to hang
I
with the big
hope.
boys, bro. Like,
I hope. Uh Wish the team all the best of luck. We will be rooting for you. Yeah. I would love to see it done tomorrow. But anyways, let's get back into the other football we came here to talk about.
American football, real quick. This guy's been waiting.
Yeah, you're right.
We got
Singletary or Connor. We're gonna go right into fantasy here. Devin Singletary, James Conner for the playoffs. I might be a bad person to answer this question because I've never been particularly fond of Devin Singletary and have not had the best
eh,
luck when playing
FAU
him.
wonder guy, bro.
Yeah, I have not had the best luck when playing him. Just from a fantasy, I'm sure he's a great guy. Just from a fantasy perspective, never really had good luck playing Devin Singletary. That being said, it seems like more recently when I've been thinking he's gonna do poorly, he really is getting a good share of touches. Cook is getting his fair share now, so I'd be a little wary about that. But what do you think? I'm gonna pass this one to you.
The James Cook thing is definitely what's gonna bug me a little bit there. James Conner, health permitting, should get a nice share of the backfield touches for the Cardinals. They like to rock with him. Singletary is nice, and the Buffalo Bills have actually turned the weakness into a strength, rushing more and more, really relying more on that run game. But it's particularly because of that emergence of James Cook, man, like you said. So I'm not too fond of how he's gonna like cut into that pie, into that workload, but we'll have to see, man.
Yeah, it'll be tough. I did notice a purposeful uptick in carries for James Cook in the game last night. I think they're trying to involve him more in the offense, especially compared to earlier in the season. He fumbled on his first career carry and then didn't get a lot of action over the next couple of weeks. So maybe you go with James Conner, who's probably more likely to get the at least a more comfortable amount of carries. But it really depends what you need. Singletary did have a nice game last night. Did score a touchdown.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. At least he still got that TD. Like, that's what you need to see, bro. Like, that'll buy you some time.
Yeah, I'm gonna go one more fantasy question.
I'm down. Michael Godowski, go USA, bro. By the way, thanks for tuning in, man. Hey, if you're still watching, bro, if you want to drop a little subscribe, a little like, comment, it's always appreciated, man. But it goes to anyone watching. But really, Fields or
I'll do
Lamar,
this one
Spencer?
first. Fields or Lamar? I think that's an easy one. I think you gotta go Lamar. I know Justin Fields has that running potential. So does Lamar Jackson, and he's more reliable to not put up a bad score. I think Justin Fields does have that capability on any given week, just because the Bears' offense is not particularly the best. He has been dealing with some injuries. I think Lamar, is going to get you the points you need. I think that's an easy one. I'm always going Lamar there for now.
Yeah, Lamar's definitely just safer, man. If you've got these 2 QBs, you're probably pretty happy. You know what I'm saying? And you're a guy who likes the rushing upside. That being said, Lamar gives you the rushing upside plus a little bit of passing action. So you got to go Lamar. Eagles defense or Browns? I'm
Browns against
streaming.
the Texans.
That's what I'm saying. I'm streaming the Browns defense this week because I need to. The Eagles have been a little hotter though, so I'm not too sure on that.
I mean, I was at the Dolphins game. We were both there against the Texans last week, and they looked pretty bad. Like they just looked like a bad football team.
Yeah, I'd go Browns because the Eagles play the Titans.
Yeah, I think long-term Eagles, but if you're streaming every week, Browns have the better matchup. I just would not be scared of the Texans lighting you up there.
For sure, bro. Still some
Um,
fantasy talk, or want to move
yeah,
to more?
let's go. Let's go a little more fantasy. Let's stay on the schedule. Um, Fantasy Fallout Boys. We can just get into a little fantasy talk. It's a big week in our league. For
For
those
you?
following along, big week. Fernando's at the bottom of the barrel.
Four
I'm
and
having
eight,
my
baby.
best
We're
season
checked out in my home league. I got other leagues to worry about now.
yet.
But oh
But
well.
as somebody who's usually in that position, I will say, although I'm in a fight of my own to make it to the playoffs, we're looking okay. I just need one more win, and I'm in this season. Josh Allen did have his worst start of the year, but Josh Jacobs will carry me to victory. Hopefully, I'm playing Trevor, and I got Josh Jacobs from Trevor, so
Always
hopefully
nice.
that means good fortune for me. Who are you looking to have a standout week though this week?
To have a standout week, man. It's gonna be a little tough this week for fantasy. Like, I really think that anyone who can get a piece of the action for the 49ers Dolphins game, definitely get some slice in. Brandon Ayuk seems to ready to be stepping up in that game, for example. Debo Samuel missed practice today again. He's got a bit of a quad issue.
Ooh, really?
Yeah, so Brandon Ayuk in terms of fantasy, that bodes well for him. They should be using him a lot more.
Mm-hmm.
So that being said, if Debo does play, he might be limited. So watch, like, as a Brandon Ayuk owner, if he's my flex consideration or my wide receiver 3, like, I'm definitely firing him up right now.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. I
it's
think
going
I
in. I
probably got to fire.
already wanted him as a piece of that action, like I said, but now you gotta go for that for sure, bro. Like, that's oof.
And I think you probably are going to be expecting some points in that game.
Oh yeah, at least a bit of a few. You know what I'm saying?
In just a bit. We'll get into that game in a little bit. That is pretty exciting. I'm gonna be back to my age old question: what to do with DeAndre Swift? Um, He really, he's really put me and a bunch of fantasy owners in a tough spot all year, and I'm a little fed up.
He
And
outscored
I got
Jamal
him on
Swift
the
this
bench.
week.
I got him on the bench now.
Yeah.
He always does it. It's been the past 2 or 3 weeks. He just doesn't get the touches. He might score a touchdown, but then he's
He
maxing
outscored
out at 9 points.
Jamal Williams.
No, but Jamal Williams just gets like way more opportunities and scores touchdowns.
Jamal Williams had 9.5 points. DeAndre Swift at 10.1.
Yeah, what about the game before that?
Oh no, that's what I'm saying. This is the 1 week I started Jamal Williams over DeAndre Swift.
But that's what, a 5.5 point difference?
Yeah.
If you lost by 0.5, you could be mad, but I'm sure you didn't. But it's tough. I think. What do you think for DeAndre Swift owners? I probably am saying sit him. I mean, unless you don't have another option, it really depends league to league. But if you have a couple running backs, then you might be able to play over him. I'd consider it.
Simmer. Unfortunately, the running back situation in most leagues is pretty barren. So unless you have a crazy running back room, you probably have to switch. Like, you probably have to play Swift. I think the question's more of, there's some owners like myself who have the Swift Williams dilemma, and what do you do? Like, Jamal Williams, again, for the first time, he finally got outscored, and it's a small glimmer of hope. But DeAndre Swift is also taken off the injury report pretty early this time, so I've gotta hope that means they're finally ready to involve him a little bit more, start running him a little bit harder. Because you're right, Jamal Williams has outtouched him, and it's when
And outperformed.
he's
He's been
outperformed. You're right.
scoring touchdowns.
He's the leading NFL rushing touchdown
Yeah,
leader. So
he's been great.
frick.
That's a tough spot to have both of them. That is not the handcuff situation you want to be in.
Nope. You want a Dalvin Cook, Alexander Madison
That's
situation
what you
always.
want.
This is starting to lean a lot more towards a Tony Pollard, Ezekiel Elliott.
Yeah, I don't like that
And
either.
I don't like that at all, bro.
Yeah, that's a rough one too. Man, I have Zeke in a league or two, and I don't like that situation either. I think Pollard's better,
bro. I
at
think
least this year.
like in a league, I almost started Zonovan Knight over Ezekiel Elliott, and I was like, Fernando,
See
stop.
what's happening. I know what's
That's
happening.
what I'm saying. I was like, stop it, Fernando. I was like, but Zonovan will get the workload touches at least.
But I would play a guy like Jeff Wilson over DeAndre Swift.
I mean, yeah, Jeff
That's
Wilson's
a
gonna
pretty easy.
ball
Yeah,
this week.
that's a pretty easy shot.
Like,
Ah, speaking of Jeff Wilson, I more use that as a transition into our first primetime pick'em game. Dolphins 49ers. I think this is probably the best game of the
game of the
week.
week, game of the week, game of the year.
Yeah, I think it's game of the week. 4:05 start time. 49ers versus the 49ers of old. Um,
Ooh, I like what you did there.
I don't know. Did you see that video the Dolphins posted about? I don't know, whatever. There's the whole connection. Mike McDaniel lost his hat when he was a kid, and then that's how he ended up getting connected with Shanahan's. And now here we are. He's worked under Kyle Shanahan for like 15 years, and now he goes against him as a head coach. Pretty cool. We also have all of the 49ers running backs and coaching staff from when McDaniel was there.
John Henry, Welker, like it's pretty crazy. We've got both the running backs, Raheem Mostert, Jeff Wilson, and we really have just like told people to slide over. And it's always cool when they come over from as lateral moves. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
it's not like we promised them a promotion. We weren't saying, "Hey Wes, like come here, you'll be an offensive coordinator." We said,
He's
"Yo,
still a wide receivers coach.
just like you were over there, but you're gonna live in Miami now." Deal?
And he was played for the Dolphins.
Hey, but exactly, like there's obviously other reasons why he accepted, but for the most part, like it's because they bought into the system, and it's really proven now at 8-3, and the 49ers are what 7-4, 7-5.
The 49ers? Yeah, I believe so.
So we're better than them.
Yeah, they're 7-4. Okay. Well, I'm gonna be honest. You might not like this, but I'm gonna be honest here. I'm a little scared because I've heard two people today. They were like, "This could be a potential Super Bowl preview," and I don't want to say that. That makes me anxious.
Why? Have some balls, brother.
I'm not ready. I don't have the balls for that yet. I hope so. But my gosh, if you say those words to me, can't do that.
I believe behind your chickpea balls, you have invisible dinosaur balls. And you need to bring those out, bro. You need
you know what I mean though?
I get you. There is fear, and especially because Austin Jackson declared out. You know, Teron Armstead also like he's
is he out? Is Armstead playing?
Teron Armstead is doubtful, but Trent Williams picked up an injury in practice today, so they're also gonna be banged up a little on the O line. You know, we are going to see a Kyle Shanahan versus Mike McDaniel, teacher versus student. You know, mentor versus apprentice, an interesting dynamic, man. And I think at first I was leaning towards Shanahan knows all of Mike McDaniel's tricks he taught him, you know.
Yeah, McDaniel knows the same.
Exactly. And it's also like, whoa. If I was as smart as Mike McDaniel, I would have taken notes on every single little weakness Kyle Shanahan had over these years. Because one day I know I would have to beat him. And I would be a fool to be like, dang, I should have gotten the weaknesses when I had the chance.
Well, one plus from the coaching side is McDaniel knows the 49ers defense better than Shanahan knows the Dolphins offense.
Well, I love that you bring that up, brother, because one of the things that you like when they play in practice, defenses know the offensive play beforehand. Like they get told, like, oh, they're going to run. This guy's gonna run a slant. This guy's gonna run a post, like, or it's gonna be a play. Actually, it's gonna be a pass. It's gonna be a run. Whatever. For the first time in their lives, the 49ers defense gets to go up against a Mike McDaniel offense, and they have no clue what the fuck he's gonna call. They're gonna be terrified.
Yeah, I don't know though. They've been going against the Mike McDaniel offense for the past 4
years, but
years.
not without knowing the plays, his trickery. You know, like all his trickery and his motions meant nothing because they were like, "This is a run, this is a pass, this is a play action." Like
you know what I'm saying? They have to have some time in practice where the defense doesn't know the offensive plays.
No, because it's like a reps thing for them. Like they'd be like, "You are practicing play action right now." Boom. You know what I'm saying? You are practicing.
Yeah, but they also have live drills where there's just offense versus defense.
Some of those series, yes, but At least for the Miami Dolphins, that's how it works. OJ McDuffie was talking about it, like when he was on the fish tank on his podcast.
Do you think they'd have to have like just like game reps? You know what I mean? Like 2 minute drill, go.
Yeah, but he said they still get like an inkling, at least a hint, so that they're not like so they're putting the right personnel out there as well. Like they're
Yeah,
not gonna so that like when what I'm saying is like when you do a passing play, they have their nickel sit out there. Like
yeah,
they're preparing for because that's
yeah.
what they
I guess
want
you're right.
to be able to stop. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So like even if they don't know exactly what you're running, if they got the correct people out there to
yeah,
stop it, or if they don't have the correct people, it's either one or the other. You know what I'm saying? Like if you don't have the correct people, then you at least know what's coming. If you don't know what's
yeah.
coming, you'll have the correct people out there. And then it's, you know, the point is Mike McDaniel's gonna be able to trick him a little bit, baby. Come on,
Test
man.
match.
Come
It's gonna
on,
be fun.
bro.
It should be a good game too. Two good teams. Um, Now the 49ers have McCaffrey. Dolphins have had a pretty good run defense. I would ask for your unbiased pick, but I know that's not possible on this show, most
I'm pretty
likely.
unbiased, bro. It's not like I have like an invested like interest in the Miami Dolphins.
Pretty unbiased.
Like that's my guy, Brandon Shell, bro. Get shell shocked, muffs. He's gonna lock down Nick Bosa, bro. We don't need
We
Austin
locked down
Jackson,
Nick
Teron
Bosa.
Armstead. Our backup tackle, bada bing, bada
I'd
bam,
be
bro.
sick. I hope so.
Brandon, the artillery shell. Brandon Shell is going to shell shock Nick Bosa. It's gonna
I
be amazing.
support that. You go, Brandon Shell.
What do you have
Shout
as a
out to
score
you
prediction?
today. Good luck on
Realistically,
Sunday. That's a tall task. Good luck. Give me your score predictions.
I got us as a 23-20, bro. For the Miami Dolphins, I think that it's going to be a bit of a tougher defensive battle than it would appear. I've seen people saying whether the 49ers are going to score more than 28 points. I don't think either team is going to go that high. We're going to really rely on each other's run game to kind of slow the game down, battle for battle, blow for blow. And it's really going to come down to the creativity of Shanahan and Mike McDaniel to find that little wiggle room, that extra play that leads to a touchdown that'll push the other team over the edge. You know what I'm saying?
I'm thinking 27-24, but this is not a. I think 27-24, 49ers have the chance of a game-winning drive and don't complete it.
Wow.
That's my prediction. Lock it in. Not biased at all.
I love that. No, for me, I have it like more as like a 2020. Jason Sanders wins it at the end for us. And I'm going to be so drunk at Twin Peaks, bro, at that point. Like I'll be watching the 10 a.m. game for the World Cup, then getting there at 1 p.m. so I can get good seats for the World Cup and watch the football games, then watching the England Senegal, then watching the Dolphins 49ers at 4:05, and then Jason Sanders going to kick a game-winning field goal. I'm going to piss my pants. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm going to be so scared.
I hope he makes me eat my words, but like Jason Sanders wouldn't be my first choice of putting the trust at the end of the game.
Ooh,
But you know what?
That's the worst
all
part, bro.
for it.
It's gonna be like a 42-yarder. Like it's gonna be something I shouldn't be afraid of. But like with Jason Sanders back there, I would be like, oh
my God. You go, Jason Sanders. Please come through when we need you.
Baby, come through. You deserve a round. Mr. Jason Sanders, kick it this time.
New Fumblebrewski. We were talking about before. Fumblebrewski, full of jingles.
The jingles.
Got jingles for days. We're gonna go to an NFC East matchup, and what is a surprisingly good game?
Thank you, Sven.
Versus Commanders. This is 7-5 versus 7-4. Yeah, the Giants are 7-4. Commanders are 7-5, and the Commanders have won 6 out of their last 7. This is what I'm talking about. Real. This is gonna be a part primetime pick'em, part who's balling and who's falling. But we're gonna give a shout out to Taylor Heinecke.
Taylor Heinecke, man.
Friend
of the program.
Came in when Wentz got hurt. They've won 6 out of the last 7. Not all with him, but a good chunk of those with him. And you talk about a guy that the team likes. Man, you got Terry McLaurin out there saying, I'll take number 4 on my team any day of the week and twice on Sunday, right? Like that's
scary freaking Terry.
Has the support of the team and they want to play for him. You look at Denver right now. Can't say the same about Russell Wilson. We're not going to get into that. I don't want to open that can of worms.
You
But
know you don't.
you shout out to Taylor Heinecke for a guy that's not even a starter to just have the full support of that team.
Oh, take that disrespectful tone out of your mouth right
Oh,
now.
no. I just meant
He is the starter
he
now.
is. No. I just meant
Carson
for a guy
Wentz,
that has not
pack your
been.
bags, bro.
I just meant for a guy that has not been the consistent starter. That I meant no. I'm giving him my who's balling. I meant no disrespect to Taylor Heinecke there. He's earned that starter title. But yeah, for a guy like that, good for him.
Good for him. Great for him. I'm loving Taylor Heinecke, man. Like, this is a guy who has won over the locker room, won over the hearts of Washington, a fan base that has had every reason to distrust
Hate the team.
and honestly hate the team. You saw what they did to the Sean Taylor retirement, man. They had like a
Oh my
freaking
god, I know they
mannequin
can't
out
do
there,
that.
bro. Like Dan Snyder, you are the worst
Yeah,
human being possibly alive, bro.
he's gotta go. He's gotta go.
Like when he ends up selling the team, bro, this man should go live with the Saudis, bro. He should with the beheaders and just run the live tour or something. I don't know, bro. Like this man is terrible. Okay. And Washington, thank God you have a glimmer of hope in Taylor Heinecke. You know, this is a kid who, like you said, what 6 of the last 7 they've won, Spence?
They
You
won
said?
6 of the last 7.
Wow. What a feat for this kid, man. I
Right?
think I saw a stat. I think he's already at least top 5 winning percentages of all time, or like
Or
or wins of all time for a Washington quarterback, which
he
is
was, yeah, over the past
insane.
like 4 QBs or 8 QBs, I think it was, for Washington. He is like by far the best win percentage, and it's only at like 50%, but just like by far better than everybody else.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I think he has like one of the winningest records in Washington history. You know what I'm saying? Which is ridiculous. But this is a guy who I think the Giants are a good team. We haven't even begun to begin. We haven't even begun to talk about them, or we haven't even.
Mhm.
I don't know, bro. English is my first language, but we have not even started talking about the Giants. You know, and they're a fine team in their own right. And Brian Dabble deserves to be in the Coach of the Year conversation. But with Taylor Heinecke, bro, before we even talk about the Giants, bro, I'm already telling you, I'm going with Taylor Heinecke and the boys, man. You're giving me a nice little 28 to freaking 23 victory
I
for
will
the
say
Washington Commanders.
it is tough. Um, Giants at home. I don't really trust the Giants. Still don't really trust the Commanders. Coming off 3 wins in a row, Giants coming off 2 losses in a row. Uh, in MetLife, I think this is a big test game for both of them. I think it could have playoff implications as well as one team
Oh
becomes
yeah.
8-5 or 8-4, and the other one becomes 7-5, or you know what I mean? Um, I think it could have playoff implications. Dallas seems to be not running away with the division yet because they're still only a game ahead, but has a control of that division right now. But I think this could be big boost towards the wild card for whichever team this is. And I think the Giants have a shot. I don't think it's going to be the prettiest of games. I don't think it's going to be the highest scoring of games. I'm thinking sort of a 17-13
Okay.
sort of range. A bunch of field goals for one team. 17-13 Giants. I'd say it's going to be tough. I wouldn't be surprised if it was
Bit
17-13
ugly.
the other way. But this does look like a game that the Giants could win and need to win.
Hey man. First, blessings up, Finn's in the house. You're a legend. But so you got 17-13 Giants. I've got 28-23 Commanders. We got very different games, but I get what you're saying. If the Giants are going to win, it's going to be in the strength of that defense. If the commies are going to win, you know, they're going to have to get a little bit of more of a punch for punch action. So I
I
see
hope
that.
for a good game. NFC East games, you never know, just because of the nature of the teams. But Eagles and Cowboys, pretty exciting this year. Another everyone's talking about the Chiefs and the Bengals game as like the primetime game. You know what I mean? But I think this game is more interesting, and here's why. And I hate that. I think the Jets game is more interesting. I think this game is a prove it to me game for both of these teams. And I think the Chiefs have nothing to prove. And I think the Bengals, like, they got like maybe a little to prove, but people still think they're like pretty good. People still trust in Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase and Joe Mixon. Like, but this game, Jets versus Vikings.
You're
Vikings have
crazy.
proven it all season pretty much, and people still don't believe it. And the Jets, with all their quarterback trouble and the loss of Brees Hall, they've still got 7 wins. And Mike White seems to be on a good streak there. I don't know, one game, but everybody's loving him right now and not loving Zach Wilson right now. So this is my primetime pick 'em. What do you think?
I definitely think the Bengals Chiefs game is a better game.
Well,
But that being
okay.
said, I think I do see the merit in you choosing this, Spencer. So I'll indulge your tiny feeble brain.
Thank you.
You
Thank you.
know, the Jets Vikings game. I'm a massive Mike effing White fan. Okay, like I do not like the New York Jets. I despise them. But Mike effing White, my guy, my guy. Okay, so the people of New Jersey and those of you New Yorkers who think that your team is a New York team as well. The New Jersey Jets have found themselves a much better quarterback in Mike White than Zach Wilson could possibly dream. Okay.
Wow.
So I'm
That's bold.
hesitant because this would actually shoot the Dolphins in the foot, but I'm pretty bad at primetime pick'ems. So I believe the Jets are actually going to pull this dub over the Vikings' eyes just because of Mike effing White, bro, and the moxie that this kid brings to the table. It's going to be enough. It's going to be enough to get them a little bit further in, man. Just to get their, just to continue to ask that question of we got to move on from Zach Wilson because Mike effing White.
So I will say,
21-20.
okay,
The
but you
New
know what
York
I'm saying?
Jets.
No, see, you know what I'm saying? Like, what do the Chiefs have to fucking prove, man? Like, yeah, they're the better team and the more entertaining team, and that's probably the better football game.
Oh, it's
But
a
if
much
we're
better
talking
football
like
game,
which
Spencer.
game has better storylines, I think this game has better storylines. Because yes, come on. So
Bro,
two things. There are two ways this
I'm here
game
to
could
watch
go.
football, man. If I wanted a good storyline, I'm going to read Jeff Shara's World War II books, bro. You
Yeah,
know what
well
I'm
now you
saying?
can read Jets Vikings. You know what I mean? You don't even have to
Oh,
read it. You know. um. You made me lose my train of thought. Oh, what I was
yes.
saying. See, because so sadly and surprisingly, I was gonna pick the Jets also, but I see this game going one of two ways. Either the Jets win close game and Mike White's a legend, and everyone's like, "Yeah, Zach Wilson's never gonna play again." Um,
He's done. He's
that's what they'll
done.
be saying. I don't know if that's true. I will say if Mike White comes out and puts the performance he did last week and then beats the 9-2 Vikings, um, that's pretty sick. Or I am worried for him that there is a chance that he gets like that he pulls the Jets, you know what I mean? And they lose like real bad, score three, maybe 7 to 10 points, and they just get mollywopped. But I was gonna pick the Jets in a close game. I was gonna go 27-24 Jets
Oh.
on a last second field goal. But I mean, I hope they lose because, like, yeah, I don't want the Jets to win. But I will say, if Mike White does come out and beat the Vikings, I don't know. Zach Wilson is going to have a tough. I'm not going to predict what will happen. I'm just going to say he's going to have a tough time winning the fans back in New York. It's going to be a tough
It's
time.
over. It's over. Like if Mike White wins another game, it sets back the New York Jets organization at least 2 years, 3 years. So
That's
you
like
gotta
it's a
think big
weird
picture,
position to be in.
Dolphins fans.
It's
You
a
know,
weird position to be in for them.
it, like it'll keep
They're still
pushing them.
winning, but yeah, man, that's a tough
Like,
quarterback
like,
position.
like they're screwed, bro.
What
The
do they
Jets,
do? Zach Wilson's. I don't even know.
Zach Wilson isn't the guy. He's done, bro.
I don't know. I'm not ready to call him done yet.
Spencer, you might need to sublease to Zach Wilson soon. You know what I'm saying?
He
Like you,
could be. I will have an extra room, Zach.
psych. He's like a millionaire, bro. Like
I will make
he's so
him watch
rich,
Dolphins games.
dude. Keep him away from Beth Ann. That's all I know.
No.
I'll freaking murder him, bro.
Before we're done, we got a special Spencer Strange Sports segment, and we're gonna talk about. Do we still have that banner? Can we pull? Oh, look at this, Spencer Strange Sports.
I was gonna delete it to
No,
the person who
we're
just
not
tuned
deleting
in.
it. It's live. Spencer
I
Strange
hate you,
Sports is
Spencer.
live, and we're gonna talk about the greatest, maybe the next 30 for 30, but the greatest football player that never was. And we're talking about myself.
I'm down to talk about this. I think I know where you're going with this.
Yeah. Maybe I could have had super speed. I could have been so fast.
Guys, Spencer's slow as nuts, bro.
I'm slow as
But
nuts, man.
But Travis Etienne and his weird outward porting webbed feet, duck feet or whatever. No, it's not webbed feet, duck feet. The duck feet he has, because it's like that.
Does he have duck feet? But
Yeah.
they're not webbed?
No, it's called duck feet because it's pointing outwards.
I got one duck foot.
Yeah, you have one. That's Spencer. The doctor screwed you. Okay.
Yeah, I know.
So,
come on.
So Travis Etienne has 2 duck feet, right? And so that allows him to cut like when he cuts. Travis Etienne does not lose speed because his feet are already naturally angled. So he's actually faster when he cuts than other people. So
yeah, I did not get that.
Spencer has, correct me, is it like this? One duck
yeah,
foot?
it's like that. Exactly.
Wow.
Does not get, you think you maybe get a little more leverage.
You are so slow.
So slow. It's
you have great
bad.
stamina. You have you are one of the you should run marathons, low key. Like you do not get tired, bro. But
yeah, but I'm going at a steady and slower than everybody else pace, Usually, I was a speed demon on the lacrosse field. I had a couple bursts, 10-yard stretches,
Bro, my favorite Spencer lacrosse play still has to be, and I can remember it clearly, tiptoeing on my Jordans, bro. Tiptoeing on my motherfucking
fully
Jordans. I saw Mr. Spencer going on the little, just going right in bounds, just still somehow cradling. And the defender, literally, as he just missed the push out, he was just like, what the fuck? What the hell is going on with this white kid, man? He's just tearing it up. And you just, the feet curved it the correct way for you that day, man.
Yeah.
The first time I noticed Spencer's
speed, I got the nitro boost.
The first time I ever noticed those feet was like sophomore year of high school. We were like sitting down. I just thought Spencer was just sitting like an idiot. And I was like, why are you sitting?
Why I walk a certain way.
Yeah.
And all the coaches, freshman year, all the coaches, they were like, stop waddling. I can't help it. I waddle, but I guess it helps me as a Dolphins fan,
The doctor should have told you to, instead of saying we should have fixed him for both feet, he should have said we should have
both feet out. I should have broke the other one.
Yep.
Maybe I would have been so fast.
You would have been a demon, bro.
What if I was an athlete, bro?
Can
you imagine?
Hillis,
what if I was an athlete?
Peyton Hillis out here, bro.
I could have been. I could see. It's gonna be a 30 for 30. Maybe the greatest athlete that never was. You never know. With that, let's hope for USA win tomorrow morning. Let's hope for a Dolphins win on Sunday. We're not biased.
USA.
Enjoy the week of football, whichever football you please. Enjoy. Cheers. Have a good night.
Cheers, brother. Don't end. Cheers, everyone.
Good call.